Okay, so don't you think that doing something that won't be your future career is pretty much pointless? I mean, what benefit could you possibly get from doing something that won't help you later on? Because job organizations, they only take the best of the best, and if you're not one of those people, then you're not going to be selected for the job. So why do you even bother trying something now if it won't help you in the future? Okay, so I had a 10 and 11U baseball season, so we'll take a look at that. So the first step that happens in when you do any extracurricular activity is failure. As you can see, this kid, he probably failed. And that's what we did. In the first step, it's always failure. It's not very likely you succeed the first time you do something. And that's what we did. So in the first, my 10U season, we pretty much failed. We couldn't win many games and nothing pretty much happened. And we just failed every time. And then we pretty much got the whole gist of the failing stage. Okay, so now the next step is your determined improvement stage. Now, when you failed, you have two options. You can either give up and go and try something new altogether, or you can try again and keep trying until you succeed. And that's what we did. So after the 10U season, we went into our 11U seasons. Now we're older now, and we had a fall season. And the fall season, we didn't change much. We continued to lose. But after that, we had something called the winter workouts. Winter workouts was basically practice in an indoor facility. And winter workouts was, I'm telling you, it's purely exhausting. I mean, like after each practice, you couldn't walk straight. And then our assistant coach, he's like the one coach you don't want to run into. After the first time, he was so strict. Within 15 seconds, you would be scared out of your wits and had the urge to turn and run. But even with that, we still tried our best during the winter workouts because not wanting a repeat of last season. Because that would be even worse than probably having to spend a whole day with him. So now that we've worked hard, we've reached our last and final stage is your results. You either succeeded or you failed again. So now it's the spring season of our 11th season. Now here we played in something called the league games. The league games is pretty much a bunch of teams, just our age group, that come and play together. And that year we were on fire in that league. We played together, we played well, we played like a team, and it was success after failure. And at the end of the spring season, we played in this tournament called the Summer Clash, hosted by us, ACYP. And even though we improved a lot, there were still a lot of good teams that participated in this tournament, so I didn't expect to win or anything. But we did surprisingly well, even for our standards. And we even made it to the finals, and we played the other team in our organization. So as of right now, there were two teams there in our organization, and we played the other team in the finals. And we actually won, so it really showed how hard work can pay off in the end. So after my long story, we can conclude that extracurricular activities of any type, sports, musical instruments, etc., do help with perseverance. So perseverance, when you fail the first time, the process of bouncing back and keep trying until you succeed is what teaches perseverance best. Because later on in life, when you have a problem, you will think back that when I was 12, I did this, and then I had a problem, but I pushed through it, and eventually I succeeded in the end. So now if I just push through this problem right now, in the end, everything will eventually work out. Also, in surveys that I conducted of the school, 24% of people thought that their perseverance skills were helped during extracurricular activities. And 95% of people recommended to other kids who don't already do extracurricular activities. So I guess my point is, even though you think that extracurricular activities won't help you because they won't be your career, it doesn't mean that they can't help you, because research has been done by experts that extracurricular activities do help with social behavior, subjective health, and well-being altogether. So extracurricular activities are not useless. They are relaxing and also fun. And just because they won't be your career doesn't mean it won't help you mentally and help you develop skills that you will need in the long run. Thank you.
That was good. That was actually better than